man, we got a special guest, the Bronco, DN, Shelby, man. How are you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm doing good, man. How you guys doing?
Man, blessed, man. Just taking it day by day, man. I see you guys. I see you guys playing well over there, looking good. And man, tell me how the season going with this COVID and all this stuff going.
Well, man, this season's just been different, with all the COVID protocols and just really honestly just being locked up in the house all year, pretty much, because,
Right.
You can pretty much get fined for anything nowadays.
Yeah.
You go to, but it's all good. I get it, though, because what you got to realize is what it's all about is just making sure all the guys get all their money.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's the only thing that matters is making sure we get a full season in so the guys can get their full salary and everybody goes home happy.
Yep.
So I guess my thing with COVID is I had COVID I missed 4 games this year with COVID.
Oh wow!
And my wife's pregnant, and we got 3 kids, and so this is gonna be number 4. But she had it. My mother-in-law had it. Both my kids had, all my other kids had it. So it was interesting. I felt fine for the most part while I had it.
Yeah.
It was more of the after effects that kind of really got to me. Like I went to the hospital. I had these shooting nerve pains where it felt kind of like my legs were about to explode from the inside out.
Wow.
It was just I'm talking about. I woke my wife up. I remember it was 1:58. I remember looking right at the clock. And I remember waking my wife up this stuff hurts. You know what I mean? And so she's like, we got to go to the doctor. And then went to the doctor, and the doctor's like, yeah, we don't know what's wrong with you. And so I'm just sitting what? What do you mean you don't know what's wrong with me? So it was crazy. And then I say another thing that is kind of crazy that happened is it's like my brain's thesaurus is kind of off. I can't.
Wow.
I can't find changes in words like that. I can't. I'm not as quick on my feet right now as I used to be. But I've heard from multiple people that that have had COVID that they've gone through the same thing, and it only about a month or 2 later it kind of goes away. But it's been a crazy year. I'll tell you that it's been a crazy. So I'm just happy to be healthy, be playing, and at the end of the day, I'm playing football for it. Paid for it. So to be healthy, be playing football, I'm happy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I looked at before, and obviously I catch the Broncos games whenever they're on. Always gotta go check yours, and then whenever Raiders are playing, I'll go watch so I can watch Alec Ingold play because I played in high school with him. But I mean, yeah, missing 4 games. I'm assuming during that time, I mean, you can't really practice, you can't do anything. So I mean, coming back from that 4 weeks, how was it conditioning wise, everything like that? I mean, you probably COVID working on your lungs anyway. So did you feel like getting back into shape after those 4 weeks was difficult too, or how'd you come back?
Well, this is just my 2nd game back, so I'm still getting in shape. This is we played Carolina
13 and 14, right?
So we played Carolina, and it's pretty humid down there. And I'm telling you, I was dying. I was dying out there. And that's my thing is it's just trying to get back in shape. I had a month where I did not lift a single weight.
That's
man.
They told me not to do anything.
Yeah,
and it's I'm glad you said that. And it's totally different as far as going into a game situation and going to game speed, getting on the field and playing a real life game and just doing treatment in the facility. And then you get on that field, you're like, man, I'm sucking some wind.
Yeah.
So I totally understand that aspect of it.
You want to hear something crazy? I was not in the facility for a month. I did not get to step into
can't let you in at all.
I did not step into the facility for a month. My last game was November 1st.
And then you had to start back against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
A hell of a game to start back with too.
So you had to train on individually as far as at home doing your own thing.
I wasn't even trained. They told me literally don't do anything.
Yeah.
Because for me, I have bad asthma.
Okay.
Right.
And I have sickle cell trait. So I have a bunch of things that kind of feed into the high risk when it comes to COVID. And so, for me, my biggest worry was my lungs. And so I wasn't trying to push. I wasn't trying to raise my heartbeat or anything. Because I realized in the first couple of days, whenever I started doing too much is when I started feeling the worst.
Yep.
Wow.
And so, towards the end, I just didn't do anything. I was okay. The one thing you can do is just watch your diet. That's really the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
And so, the whole time I was at home trying to cook and everything. But, it was a positive, though, because that time I have with my family,
Absolutely.
that month at home with my family is time I would never have gotten during the season.
Not at all.
I watched my 2-year-old become a toddler. You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
Like it's really crazy. And so I it's not all bad. Like I took a lot of positive out of this too.
And the thing I like that, Shelby, man, because I got 4 boys of my own, and I know that family time, as far as being retired, has been very key for myself. So I get being in that COVID protocol and doing all that and getting that love and that family time, man, because it's very important, especially with what you guys are going through with this 2020 crowd, man. So I totally understand that family time, man.
Yeah, man. Really, it just I don't know if I could do it without them. You know what I mean? So it's just
and they'll let you know too that you can't do it without them. They'll let you know too.
Oh, my wife lets me know every day.
I know. So hey, I always sit close to her, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why I just left them all and got her something nice for Christmas. We gonna.
There you go. You're ready.
You in then?
I did good this year.
You got another on the way due when? It's pretty
so
cool, right?
My wife's she's due January 28th.
Okay.
But my wife never carries full term. So we're hoping get past New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
You already know it's a boy on the way?
Yeah, little boy, we're going with Shelby Jr.
Nice.
I gotta put that Harris Sr. on the jersey, you feel me?
Yep.
Hey, Shep. Hey, me and DJ Dex was talking before we got on, and I got to put DJ Dex on the spot right here. Hey, DJ Dex, tell me about a story from back in the day.
So, for listeners that don't know, Shelby's Wisconsin born and raised. So, I'm assuming you grew up a Packer fan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Obviously, Jermichael fan, like you said before we got started. Shelby and I played against each other in high school because I played quarterback at Port Washington. He went to Homestead, which in Wisconsin is a powerhouse high school. I mean, they go to state championship after state championship after state championship. And my sophomore year, we played Homestead. Shelby's playing D-line. I drop back. We were supposed to run 2 plays. I literally remember this like it's yesterday. I like anytime we're watching a Broncos game or whatever, and like you come up, I'll be like, man, like hardest I've ever been hit in my life was by Shelby Harris. And I think it was like your last game. I don't know during the season if you were playing JV and varsity your sophomore year, or if you got moved up after that game. But I remember I dropped back for a pass. Our coach was supposed to run 2 plays in a row. We had a pass play called, and then the next play was supposed to be a toss to our running back, Zach Moeller. I dropped back, got blindside from Shelby. My mouth guard, I had like the strap that's connected to the face mask instead of like the individual, just like put your mouth guard in. My mouth guard strap snapped. Literally snapped off my face mask. Ripped off my face mask. And I remember like getting up and my mouth guard was green. I'm trying to find my mouth guard in the grass. Couldn't find it. Like didn't know what was going on. I'm like, holy shit. And I remember like Zach coming up to me. He's like, yo, you good? And I'm like, no. He's like, you got the next play? I'm like, no idea. Had no idea what the next play was. And he's like, all right, 38 toss, like, let's go. And I just lined it up, ran the toss. We like didn't pick up the first down, get off the field. I'm like, holy shit. And it's like, and then I remember like next game he was up on varsity. They end up going winning state that year. I'm like, all right, cool.
So you know what's crazy about that year? Because I remember my whole sophomore year because it was weird because they were making me play JV and varsity.
Okay, that's what I thought you were, but I didn't know. So
they were making me play JV and varsity, and so I remember because I think we had played Grafton the game before, and that was like my first varsity game. And then we played you guys, and I was like, "Yo, I just played 2 games in 2 days."
Yeah, you're playing Thursday and Friday. Yeah.
No, but
that's special.
Wait, so then what else happened?
No, I was saying that was always fun playing for Washington because it was just you guys had that weird field that was like
down
like,
in yeah.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
always like you kind of like went into like the stadium to go play, even
Yeah.
though we whooped your ass every time.
Every I don't think I don't think we ever beat Homestead. I think we beat them like once in basketball, and that was it. Like,
I never lost a conference game in high school. I only lost 2 games in high school.
yeah. How many times did you guys win state? Because you would have won your sophomore
We
year?
went to state 3 times in a row, and we won.
Yeah.
And we lost. And we won twice.
Yeah, because it was you and Arrowhead in like back-to-back years.
Yeah, so
and you probably carried the team too, Shelby. You probably carried that whole team.
At the end of the day, they were defensive championships, but we had another DN go to the league too.
Yeah, because who else did you guys? You had
Gardner.
Gardner, yeah, and he went to Stanford.
Yeah, he went to Stanford, then got drafted to the Cowboys, and then he never made it on into the 53-man roster. But we're counting for today.
Yeah, we'll count it. But yeah, I mean, you guys were always just every single year, man. And I always thought that's funny because I'm like, man, I was like, hardest I ever been hit. When you have a whole mouth guard snap off, I mean, it's a different kind of hit. So I always remember that, and it's a crazy story. But I mean, yeah, now back to you finally finding a home in Denver. I know your first couple of years, obviously getting drafted by Oakland, going to play for the Jets, and now finding a home with Denver. How's it been there?
I love it here. They're the first ones to give me my first real chance to be like, we believe in you, go out there and play. Don't worry about the next guy coming in and replacing you.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
Yes.
And like when you finally get that type of belief in you, it just changes you as a player. Like you just go play more free.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing, is when you're a young player, you're always afraid of, if I make a mistake, are they just going to take me out?
Yeah.
It's like kind of in basketball where you commit an awful foul, you airball a 3 or something like that, and you look at the bench real quick, like, hey, they're not sending nobody in for me, right?
Yeah.
Did I do something wrong?
Yeah.
But no, Denver's cool though. My family loves it. My kids love it. My wife loves it. It's a cool place. It's just, it's always something to do, and I think Denver's underrated as a city. It's it's so much to do out here. It's beautiful. You always the mountains are an hour and a half away. It's a really vibrant place. It's also, people don't know this, it's the sunniest city in America.
I did not.
You have the most days of sunlight in Denver than you do in any other city.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of friends that are out in Denver, and then more people every year. I feel like from where I'm at, have been moving out there, and then obviously, Jermichael, you said you're going to be out there in a couple weeks, so.
Yeah, man. Like I say, Colorado is probably one of the hidden secrets, man. Especially like Breckenridge and Silverstone. You go up to the mountains area. So, man, I love it out there, man. I know what you guys are going through. So, man, I wish I stay out there for good.
Jermichael, you be skiing?
Actually, man, I got a story about that, brother.
I was going to ask if you ski your snowboard or anything.
Hey, man, I went out there to first I went on the bungees and we were signing in, and it was like, brace yourself and hold your skis in. So I accidentally opened up at 260. I went all the way down and screwed up the sign-ins, and I went under everybody. I'm like, man, I'm glad I got a mask on and a helmet because nobody didn't know who I was. I was just
crashing down.
I can't crash. I couldn't even stop, bro. So that was my last time skiing. So I like to go in the summer where we can hike and enjoy the scenery, man. It's pretty sweet out there, actually.
Man, when you can get on top of them, when you can go in the mountains and just look down and you realize how small you really are in this world.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes you need those moments that make you realize how small you are in this world, and you're not as you think you are. You know what I mean? So and that's what the mountains are for.
Shelby, I like that, man, because I'm very into like my soul, my body, my mind. Mm-hmm. I think it's very important for your career right now. If I can give you anything, man, is I always know that, man, the world is bigger than us, man, and right now we just playing our part, trying to secure our family too. Remember that. Oh yeah. And you feel what I'm saying? So I always believe in that, man. I always believe in yourself, and stay strong, buddy. And that's what I can give to you.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
You guys got a tough one in the Bills next week, so hopefully you can get after Josh Allen, put him on the ground a couple times, and get another W and keep it going for the rest of the season here. You guys got a Saturday game this week too, right?
Yeah, we got a Saturday game, but you heard it here first. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna do what we need to do to get the W.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Isn't that how you're supposed to be thinking every week?
That's very true. You're going to get it every time we touch the field.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm about to win every time.
So I wanted to touch with on you guys. Obviously, Jermichael, you playing tight end. Shelby, you playing D line. Jermichael, who's the toughest guy that you ever had to block? And then Shelby, the toughest lineman that you have to go up against.
Toughest guy. I'll start it off, Shelby. The toughest guy I had to block just because I had to face him twice a year was Jared Allen, Minnesota Viking.
Yeah, Vikings.
Just because it was he was just so versatile. You didn't know he was going to speed up, go up the field, or hit that little funky weak ass spin he had. But yeah, other than that, man, I got to go with Jared Allen.
Nice.
You know, this is hard for me to say because I feel like I could whoop anybody's ass in front of me. But I could say probably, for a couple years ago, but I could say the most complete offensive lineman I've ever been against. Probably would have to be Kelechi Osemele. Well, that was 17 when he was with the Raiders. 16, 17, I can say he probably put up some of the two of the best O-line years you probably could put up as an O-line. It was a dog. I'm talking about a dog. and if it wasn't for injuries, he still probably would still be a dog. He was. Yeah. You see what he was doing for the Chiefs before he got hurt.
Yes.
Their run game changed completely once he left.
Yeah.
So Osemele, he's just big, long ass arms, long arms, and just strong and can move. and that's the thing. So we definitely had our battles, but he was definitely probably the toughest I've gone against.
Nice. Yeah, that's the stuff that I want to know about because I always look at. I mean, obviously, just how big some of these dudes are. I'm like, I can't imagine having to go up against guys like you, guys like Sue, Aaron Donald. I mean, it's just like
man, some of the biggest dudes be the softest. Don't get it twisted.
I already know. It's all about that dog within you. You got to have it. It look good, but inside you got to have it up here. You got to have that dog up here.
Yeah, I always realize people automatically think NFL. Oh, all these guys must be good. No, it's some garbage ass players in the NFL. You guys, the thing is it's some garbage players. But then here's the thing: a lot of people make it year by year based off of politics.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? I was a first round draft pick. Oh, so you guaranteed 6-7 years in this league.
And you are. You and the thing is you get guys it's at least 4. If you're first, you're getting 4.
Yeah, you're gonna pull your contract out the gate. Yeah,
out the gate you get 4.
And the thing is, what's crazy too is teams feel like they can't, even if they're not that good. Teams feel like they have to pay them more than what they usually would because they're a first round pick. So they've been used to getting more money than just. Yeah. But so that's why you see some first round picks who necessarily don't deserve it getting 6, 7, 8 a year.
Yeah,
because you're a first round draft pick. People don't realize that follows you everywhere. In your league, and I'm a big believer. Even your college ranking follows you.
Yeah.
All that stuff follows you all the way to the end of your football career. Because when it comes to contract time, if you're a guy just putting up numbers well, you were undrafted, so we're going to offer you 4 instead of the 8 you deserve.
Even though you have to
pick, it's going to be oh, well, you really only probably worth 4, but, we'll give you 7 because that's what you've been making.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a NFL is a chess game, man. You just got to make your move at the right time. You got to go when you're hot.
No, it's all about timing, and that's why we're trying to tell people. It's all about time. Think about long snappers or kickers.
Mm-hmm.
You have to literally be in the perfect scenario, perfect position to slide in there once the kicker got cut.
Right.
Yeah.
But think about how many kickers come out every year, and maybe only one of them stick around.
Yeah.
Is that?
Especially this year, man. I mean, even your game yesterday, your kicker missed. Who McManus is usually a good kicker, missed 2 extra points yesterday. And then
yes,
around the league yesterday, I mean, I think there was like 8 missed extra points. And it's crazy, man. It's just like people are just you just got to get in at the right time. Where it's now like if they end up releasing somebody, and then now they're on the market for another kicker, and you just got to be ready to go and just hope you got the right agent to find the right team and slide in there, man.
Hey, agents mean too, because like your agents be like best friends with these GMs, and they be doing
exactly, and then that could end up having you get a shot where somebody else might not, because of if they're tight with somebody. So,
and that's what a game's going. It's all about who you know, what have you done for me lately, and it's starting to leave like if you can play football, it's all about who you know now. And guys are doing too many favors, I think, in the National Football League.
You know, it's like it's who you know, but I think we're getting too caught up now in you know the numbers. Oh, you ran a 4.3, you jumped 42.
Yes,
but
yes.
Film on you a bum.
Bum.
Yeah.
Be the fastest guy ever. You could do all that stuff, but football players play football.
Yep.
And speed on that field. Okay, people can be track fast. They go out there, run 4.28 for all that stuff. Football speed is a whole different animal.
It is, and I totally agree. And I really hate that aspect of the game of where you got the scouts and all these guys going out 4.3. I'm like, man, that don't mean shit.
Yeah.
If you want to be honest.
Why is the D lineman running a 40-yard dash?
Yeah, when are you doing that in the game? How many times you ran over 40 yards in a game on a play? Like,
well, no, exactly. I just ran 40 yards on the play when I had to tackle Tyreek Hill that 1 week. Like, for real though, like I feel like the perfect test for a D lineman is, you know, you want to do the bench test because you need to be strong.
Yeah, you got to be strong. Yeah.
I think you should throw something with squats in there. You know, it's like some of the squats because your legs are obviously most of the thing. But D lineman is all about the 5-yard burst, the 10-yard burst. That's it.
I would think like shuttles or something like that, just seeing how quick you can get just here to here or something. But
I want to see you bend the circle. I want to see you bend the hoop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Matters. That's football.
Yeah. I mean, I agree 100%. So, but yeah, I mean, as far as this year, I mean, you guys, like we were saying, has been doing all right. Obviously, you guys had a lot of COVID controversy with your quarterbacks, which I still don't understand. I mean, they're getting shit for all being in the same room together, not wearing masks when they're tested every day. So I didn't care about it, and I think it's kind of dumb, but whatever. They all ended up benching, and then you guys had the whole situation with having a receiver come in. I mean, it's a tough thing to get a W from, but it's all been strange. You guys have fans in Denver or no?
So we did. We don't have fans anymore.
Yeah, okay. I thought so.
They had it at the start?
You said what?
They had it at the start?
So at first it was 500. It was just our families, and then we started letting fans in.
Okay.
And then the Saints game was the last game we allowed fans.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, it's definitely a different year as far as everything goes. From COVID to your week to week is probably all completely different. I mean,
man, on away games, we're not allowed to leave the hotel.
Oh, really?
So you have to order room service. That's the perk of like having a away game where you can just get away and have dinner and just hang out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for
any of it.
Like away games for me is, you know, I like to go D-line. Let's go out, get some food.
Yep, all together.
Kick it, play some cards. You know, like let's just hang out.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think, you know, the thing that's missing necessarily this year is team camaraderie.
Yeah.
But it is because, well, for us, you know, we have 2 different locker rooms. Like the rookies and practice squad guys are in the indoor across the field.
Yeah.
But they're not even in our locker room. So my thing is, how are we supposed to get to know rookies?
Yeah, when they're staying in a completely different spot.
We don't see them. And then we are all virtual. Like all of our meetings are all virtual. I do all my meetings at home, and then I go into work for practice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I figured when you were talking about being on a Zoom call, I'm like, damn, they probably do a lot. And especially when you're out for 4 weeks with COVID, you're probably just patching in everywhere. Zoom conference or whatever you guys end up using, Google Meets or whatever NFL uses. But yeah, I mean, it's it's a big deal. I mean, just not being able to just build that team camaraderie, especially, I didn't even know that they got a whole different locker room. You're telling me Jerry Jeudy, they got him staying in a different locker room?
Yes, he's a rookie.
That's
yes, he's a rookie.
I know, but I don't know. I mean, he's a stud rookie. Like I'm like.
But you said what you say after stud though? What you say after stud? You said rookie.
Yeah, he's a stud rookie.
Body, it's something that everyone's had to go through.
Yeah,
it's a rite of passage. Just take it and just be quiet.
Yes.
Is that they always have two separate, or is that just this year for COVID?
Oh, it's just for COVID. It's just for COVID
because there's not enough room in one.
Here's the thing, though, is even if it wasn't for COVID, like the way our locker room is, it's like it's lockers around the whole outside. It's like a square. It's lockers all around the outside, and then there's mobiles in the middle.
Okay.
And so rookies are in the mobiles.
Okay.
Usually.
Yeah.
You know, Bob said this year they're in the other locker room.
Yeah. I mean, that's
and at the end of the day, you just got to play that role, play your part, go through it, and just suck it up.
Yeah,
man, and that's what I hate. I hate the rookies that come in there and be trying to change everything and be like, "No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this."
Yeah,
your life would be a lot easier if you just go along.
As if it's that big of a deal anyway. But
we can do a lot to make your life terrible. Yeah, we could put soap in your car. We could put popcorn on your car. We could do a lot.
Yeah, I've seen a lot, but
just go and swallow this pill.
Yeah,
and it's really not that bad. It's literally just taking the steps that the people before you did.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah,
and they just want to make sure that everyone has to go through the same thing.
Yeah.
No, that's real, man. Hey, man, once again, Shelby, man, I really appreciate it. Man, thanks for coming on the spin with me and Dex, man. It's been awesome. And man, for the rest of the season, go get it, dog. And man, head down, man. Hey, good luck rest of the season, bro.
Hey, appreciate that. You know, I'm a free agent after the year. Head down, just keep working.
Yes, sir.
And that's all we can do, man.
Hey, you can come on home to Wisconsin if you want, man.
I'm good.
We'll welcome you.
Don't do it.
I'm good.
In Green Bay, I can't do that.
Man, I appreciate you again, Chip.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thanks, man. DJ Dex, let's go back to this to the Packers, man. Played really well against Detroit Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Looked very, very solid. Offense was clicking, defense was clicking.
Mm-hmm.
And man, they look like a playoff and Super Bowl contender there, man.
Yeah,
they sold up the NFC, and man, I think they something to be reckoned with now, man.
Yeah, they sold up the NFC North.
The NFC North. Let me get that right. You told me right.
Yeah, but yeah, NFC North champs again. I mean, that's just a normal Packer thing, man.
Yeah, and once again, well, the thing we struggle with is getting there.
Yeah,
and we struggle with the one and going home. Man, we got to figure out a hump, and we got to get over that hump somehow.
So I mean, going into yesterday's game, obviously Stafford is a stud quarterback. We talked about him last week. He came to play again yesterday, got hurt, and then Chase Daniel came in and still played all right for the little bit that he was in. But I was looking at, I mean, defensively, we held their offense to 51 rushing yards.
Yep.
Rodgers came out, did what Rodgers does, 4 touchdowns, three throwing to each of his guys. I mean, you had MVS with an incredible catch yesterday, which
he played well.
Right away, I mean, I was like, that's a confidence booster. Yeah, he had 6 catches, 85. Devontae Adams did Devontae Adams numbers, 7 115. Gets that one early and just takes it to the house. And then your boy, tight end Robert Tonyan with another touchdown. He's at 9 on the year for a
9 on the year.
Yeah,
and I was gonna go to that as we was talking. 9 on the year. I think that'll put you in the Pro Bowl in the NFC.
Yeah.
As I'm looking at the stats of
Kelsey. Yeah, Kelsey has 9, I think.
Yeah, Kelsey has 9. Kelsey has like 1,200 yards.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the end of the day, he has the tutties.
Yeah.
And Tongan is looking really good in that tight end race in the NFC. So that'll be very, very good for him, especially for a boost as far as playing with a great quarterback like Aaron Rodgers and
100%.
getting him acclimated. So he's been playing well. I saw that key block he had on the thump where he knocked over like three or four D linemen.
Yeah,
and that's the way that play is supposed to be created. It's supposed to it's a domino effect.
Yeah, that was.
He played that play very, very well.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's playing really well for the Packers, and that's what they've been looking for that. For a minute now.
And now we're on 3 straight, coming into a Saturday game against Carolina, who we just had Shelby. They just got done playing Carolina, which they got after him. They sacked Bridgewater 4 times. We kept Aaron clean yesterday, no sacks for him, and it's just going to be more of the same next week. Carolina's a tough team. I mean, I feel like we've talked about them before because they've been playing other teams. But I mean, they don't have the best record, but every single game that they're in close games. And they were in another one yesterday with Denver, and now we're on to a short week again with the Saturday game. So yeah, we got to bring it to them again, and then keep it rolling. Finish out with Tennessee, and then Chicago.
Yep.
In Chicago. Yeah.
Which that's always a tough game just because of you see each other twice a year. So like I say, the Packers they just got to finish off strong and show the outsiders, the naysayers, the people like me, that you can get to the playoffs and actually win. And we all know that 12 he deserves another ring. Yeah, he has every accolade in the book. Yeah, he does. But if you go back to the rings and the hardware, he doesn't have that. But like I said, he deserves another ring. So 100%. I think these guys should play for him and go get another one, man.
And that was a big thing with yesterday with the Eagles picking up a huge win against the Saints.
Yes,
that bumps the Packers for right now into first place in the NFC because we did beat the Saints earlier in the year. We have that head-to-head win with them. And this year's playoffs are going to be a little different. I mean, they're doing 7 teams each side. So the only one team is getting a home field throughout, which obviously this year with Packers not having fans, I mean, it's not making a huge difference fan-wise, but playing in Lambeau compared to where you've given Drew Brees a dome and the warmth of a dome, I think is going to be a big deal. Instead of come January, he's having to throw in 20-degree weather with wind or whatever at Lambeau. It's going to definitely make that Saints offense a little different. But we got to make it that far. I mean, it's still 3 weeks left in the year, and then we got to go through the playoffs. So, what you think about that?
Oh man, like I said, man, it's tough, man. Especially you got one home field advantage, and you got tons of teams, several teams going for that one Lombardi trophy. And we if you go down the stats and the records, we tend to fail. Yeah, and until the franchise, the Packers prove everybody wrong. I think it's gonna stick, and I'm going for them guys now. They're playing very, very well. 12 is playing out of his mind. Yeah, and so I'm rooting for them guys, and I hope they get there and do what everybody wanted them to do and bring that Lombardi trophy back to the house.
Yeah, bring it home, man. It'd be an awesome year. I mean, and then we just gotta make it through all the adversity. It'd be nice to win this year through just all the challenges and the differences of this year. It'd be a big win this year. So
absolutely, man. DJ Dex, let's go to your Wisconsin Badgers, man. What's going on with them guys?
This is 3 games in a row. I do not really want to talk about the Badgers. Man, they just looked absolutely pathetic this past weekend again. So this is 3 games in a row. Jermichael, tell me if this is going to win you games. Northwestern, they scored 7 points. Indiana, they scored 6 points. This past week against Iowa, they scored 7.
Oh, yeah. Nah, you better score. The offense better do something because obviously the defense, What was the other side of it? What was it?
Iowa scored 28 this past week, but the other 2 weeks the defense held up. I mean, Indiana only scored 14, so they lost 14-6, and
Okay.
Northwestern scored 17. So it's not like the defense is out here letting up 4 touchdown games. They let up 2 touchdowns in both games until this Iowa game. But yeah, I mean, Wisconsin came out the first 2 games, beat Illinois 45-7. Graham Mertz looks like an all-star. They crushed Michigan after 2 weeks off from COVID, having 2 canceled games, scored 49 on Michigan. And we're looking like we're going top 10 team the rest of the year. And then we just lose these 3 straight. And now this week being conference championship week, I didn't even think that – I figured Wisconsin was done. They end up scheduling this remake for the Minnesota game, Battle for the Axe, that was canceled earlier in the year due to COVID. So now, at least I'm assuming the only reason that they do this, like we were talking before the show, is to get the 6 games and hopefully be able to get a bowl game, get some extra money or whatever for the university.
What bowl is that? That's the Outback, the Chick-fil-A bowl?
Man, it'll be the worst bowl. the 3-3 bowl, that's what it'll be. Might as well call that the toilet bowl this year. I don't even know. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be I mean, I guess it's good for those players to get another game to get noticed. So we'll see how they can finish off. Hopefully bring home the Axe this weekend because we cannot lose to Minnesota. Just you can't lose to the rival like that and lose your Axe. But
so hopefully these guys can bounce back this weekend and like you said, bring the Axe back to the house and make something happen.
Yeah. And then your Texas boys had a Kansas game canceled again.
Yes, it was canceled. We praying for Herman to be dismissed.
Politely dismissed.
Politely say you have to leave the University of Texas on a first-class flight. We'll take care of your drinks and all too. So
man, if they can pick up Urban Meyer in the offseason,
yes,
you guys got a whole new team down there, man. It'll be different. So
it's gonna happen, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
It'll happen. Man, let's move on to our dogs of the week, man.
Dogs of the week.
Who you got for your dog of the week, man? I'm gonna let you take it over.
One, I gotta put Jalen Hurts in here, man. He came up big for the Eagles. Doesn't help Carson Wentz out at all, but he helped himself. First NFL start, first NFL win against a great team in the Saints. I don't care if they have Taysom Hill and not Drew Brees. That's still a huge win.
Yeah, that's huge. That's a huge win.
Yeah. And then we had Chase Young and the Redskins or football team, the Washington football team.
I know it gets me every time, man.
I still call the Raiders Oakland. I still call the San Diego Chargers. I mean, and then I'll forget. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, they're LA, they're Las Vegas. They're the Washington football team now. So, but yeah, I mean, Chase Young came out just balling again, 47-yard fumble return. And then one we had to put, who I think is his second week in a row that he's been on here, is the Titans, A.J. Brown.
Yes.
Made an absolutely spectacular catch off a flea flicker. And we'll show you guys this right here. This was insane. Usually when we're showing Titans highlights, it's that guy Derrick Henry in the backfield.
Stiff arm, but check, man, this is pretty sweet.
Who Derrick Henry came to play too, but this time all he had to do was toss the ball. Tannehill just puts a dime out here, and I mean, you got to be kidding me. And they got every angle of this play. And A.J. Brown, I mean, that's got to be SportsCenter top 10 today, because I mean, he just went up there one hand, pulls this in. It was incredible. Derrick Henry over 200 yards again. I mean, the Titans looked good last night too, and they're also playing the Jaguars. So
that was an amazing catch, man. That's a good. That is a dog.
A good angle right there.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Strong fingers right there too.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, that was our dog of the week, and we're going on next week, like we said, Carolina. Hopefully, bring home another win, be 4 in a row, going into Tennessee, playing A.J. Brown and those Titans. So yeah, let's bring it home Saturday in Lambeau Field.
In Lambeau, baby.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll be on to another week.
Let's do it. Hey, I want to thank you guys for checking the spin with me and DJ Dex. Thank you guys for joining us. And until next week, go Pack Go.
See you later, Jay.